Hey guys, I'm Chip from the Digital Grandstand, and what was that? Well, that was the Azerbaijan Grand Prix F1 2018, and oh my days, what a race that was. Well, first things first, I have an apology to make. After 3 years, I came to realize the appeal of this race. 2016 was such a dull race. 2017 was, was entertaining, but it wasn't to my taste. It was closer to a demolition derby than an actual Formula 1 Grand Prix. But this year, oh my days, what a race it was. I've lost my voice a little bit, and I'm quite drunk after 2 safety cars and a lot of overtakes and pit stops. Let's see what went down in the Azerbaijan F1 2018 lap by lap. Lights out, and everyone makes a pretty okay start. I think the only one that struggled off the line was Sirotkin. Don't quote me on that, but I think he struggled off the line. Everyone went through all right through turn 1. But then came turn 2, and Alonso clashed with Sirotkin, sending the Russian out of the race. And that was tough to swallow, because on this particular track, I genuinely thought both Force India and Williams would have scored, solid points. And Williams lost one car after 2 corners. Tough. Then came turn 3, and after a okayish start from both Raikkonen and Ocon was ahead of Raikkonen, but left the door open for turn 3. Raikkonen came down the inside. Ocon closed the gap. The clash was inevitable, and Ocon was out. Due to his collision with Sirotkin, Alonso picked up not 1 but 2 punctures on the right hand side of his McLaren. He had to limp back home to the pits for a change of tires. Yeah, not the best of starts for the Spaniard. But due to both cars, Ocon and Sirotkin, going out, the safety car came out. So Raikkonen also pitted, trading his ultra soft tires for a set of softs. There were 4 laps under the safety car. At the end of lap 5, the safety car came into the pits, and Sainz mounted an amazing attack on the Red Bulls, passing first Ricciardo and then Verstappen in quick succession. What a brilliant set of moves that was for the young Spaniard. His move on Ricciardo was pretty much straightforward, but against Verstappen it took some laps to make it stick. But on lap 8 he made it stick. So it was Sainz in P4. Between laps 11 and 12, the 2 Red Bull guys, Ricciardo and Verstappen, with Verstappen ahead, had a brilliant little scrap. Ricciardo tried to overtake, but he was momentarily ahead of his teammate. But then Verstappen came back and regained P5. On lap 12 as well, Hülkenberg got past Ricciardo, which was amazing. For a brief moment, I genuinely thought that Renault were going to challenge Red Bull race by race. Not so. Yeah, Hülkenberg misjudged the braking point. I don't know what happened, but he touched the wall with his left hand side suspension damage. He was out, and yeah, I was bitterly disappointed, because for a brief moment both Renaults were ahead of both Red Bulls, which was mental. Lap 21, and Hamilton has a massive lockup into turn 1, takes to the runoff area and loses something like 3.5, almost 4 seconds to Vettel. And yeah, he comes into the pits at the end of that lap, switching from super softs to softs. Afterwards, there was this period in the race when I genuinely thought that both Vettel and the 2 Red Bulls were going to switch to ultra softs, which didn't happen. Not for Vettel. He came into the pits at the end of lap 31 for a new set of softs, which releases Bottas. Bottas leads the race from Vettel from Hamilton. Lap 34, and finally Ricciardo manages to plant one on Verstappen. He manages to pass his teammate into turn 1. Clean move, no drama, brilliant move. Lap 37, and Ricciardo, being the first Red Bull on track, comes into the pits for a set of ultra softs, which I genuinely thought was brilliant. Low fuel, fastest tires available, go for it, come on. 1 lap later, Verstappen comes in, but the undercut genuinely didn't work here. It took so much more time for the new tires to be brought up to temperature that Verstappen overtook Ricciardo during the pit stop phase. I think they didn't know that the overcut, going longer, was the preferred strategy. But so it happened. Verstappen was ahead of Ricciardo. But then came lap 41 and Ricciardo was so much quicker than Verstappen on the you know, the tremendously long straight. Ricciardo initially thought of overtaking Verstappen around the outside, but then switched to the inside. It was in this moment, you know, you can see from the onboard footage, it was Verstappen was right in the middle of the road. Ricciardo was slightly to the outside, but his steering wheel was already turned to the inside, to the left-hand side of the track. With DRS, Ricciardo was going so much faster than Verstappen. Verstappen closed the door, and no chance. It was absolutely no chance for Ricciardo to stop the car without crashing into Verstappen. So, boom! Off it went. Ricciardo crashed into the back of Verstappen, both out to the runoff area into turn 1. When I first saw it, I genuinely thought that Verstappen, you know, moved twice on the run up to turn 1. But no, it was genuinely a racing incident. Verstappen was ahead, so he had the possibility to defend, which he did. And yeah, nothing Ricciardo could have done, nothing Verstappen could have done. It was a racing incident, but you have to ask yourself, could have Red Bull played this in a more strategic way from the pit lane? You know, Ricciardo was faster than Verstappen at that moment. Could Red Bull have instructed Verstappen to, you know, mate, Ricciardo is faster than you, let him pass, we don't want any silly contact between you two? Obviously it didn't happen, and yeah, both Verstappen and Ricciardo were out. and yeah, it was a racing incident. It was a racing incident. Make no mistake about it. But once more, for the fourth race in succession, Verstappen is engaged, is a protagonist into a collision. I will not say it was his fault, not by a long shot. It wasn't Ricciardo's fault either, but I think it could have been avoided. That's my take on it. Anyway, with both Red Bulls out, the safety car makes an appearance once more. And here's the important bit. Bottas had not stopped by that point. He was leading the race with, I think, 12 seconds over Vettel. Safety car came out and everyone in the top 5, top 5, came into the pits. Bottas, Vettel, Hamilton, Raikkonen, sorry, was running P4 after the calamities at Red Bull, Perez, and Grosjean. Whew. What a race this would be. It was lap 41, so presumably if the Red Bull's wrecks were going to be cleared in 2 or 3 laps time, we would have roughly 10 laps. No, not 10 laps. 8 laps. Let's say 8 laps of pure racing. You know, fastest tires available, low fuel. Go for it. Come on. But freaking no on the 44th lap behind the safety car while Grosjean was trying to warm up his tires. He crashes, which, oh my days. Which meant, obviously, the safety car had to stay out for roughly 4 more laps. Yeah. Lap 48, restart. Finally restart. Bottas manages to judge the restart. You know, I think, in my opinion, it was just right. But Vettel tried to overtake Bottas into turn 1 down the inside. Didn't quite manage it. Locked up. And yeah, Bottas came past, Hamilton came past, and also Raikkonen. At the start of the 49th lap, Alonso passes Stroll, but also, more importantly, Bottas picks up some debris. Puncture on his right rear, out of the race in 2 more corners. Hamilton takes the lead from Raikkonen, from Vettel, which at this point he was very much struggling on his tires due to that lockup. Sainz passes Leclerc and Perez goes past first Vettel and then Bottas due to that puncture. What a mental end of the race. What a mental end of the race. In the end, it was Hamilton, from Raikkonen, from Perez, from Vettel, from Sainz, Leclerc, Alonso, Stroll, Van Dorn and Hartley for Toro Rosso. What a mental end of the race. Truth be told, I have no issues with this podium. In my humble opinion, Vettel should have won this. Apart from that stupid mistake after the safety car, he had this race in the bag. He never made one mistake all race long. Bottas as well. Bottas, oh my days. Oh my days. What a rotten bit of luck. Yeah, I have no issues with Hamilton winning the race. Basically because I want to see a season-long battle between Hamilton and Vettel. Raikkonen picks up a second place due to his well, mistake, let's say, in qualifying. I think it was a good recovery. Perez was ever the opportunistic, picking up a podium place for Force India. Brilliant stuff for both Force India and the Mexican. Vettel P4, he should have won this. He should have won this race, but yeah, he made that mistake. Can't say much about it. All in all, a good race, an entertaining race, and like I've said, it was very much a mixture of last year, the Demolition Derby of 2017, and the Boarfest of 2016. It was a good race. It wasn't a good race. It was a very good race. In my view, it was not as good as Bahrain, but it was better than China and much better than Australia. So the second best race of the season. Of those that retired, you have to feel sorry for Ocon, Hülkenberg, the two Red Bulls, especially Ricciardo, after making that pass on his teammate, on Verstappen, and of course Grosjean, having started stone dead last. He was running P6. What a stupid mistake. That's what Formula 1 is about. You know, you have to keep on point every single second. Every single second. Yeah. That was the Azerbaijan Grand Prix F1 2018. Thank you ever so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow for the live reactions if you want to see me get really drunk. And yeah, I've been Chip from the Digital Grandstand. This has been my voice. You can find me on social media. You have the links in the description. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you thought of this race? Personally, like I said, it is a top 2 race so far in 2018. But please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!